My transition from hospital to home was, in one way, I was glad to get out of the hospital, and another way was you're going to be stuck in the home all day, having to rely on everybody. So this is where family is a big help. Having my daughter there and grandchildren, they sort of took your mind off what you were at that stage, because children don't know any different. As far as they're concerned, you're still the same person. I had to have a wheelchair for a while. I had to have someone to bathe me, have fittings in the bathroom, toilet, even to get out of bed, have all those things. I didn't have a walking stick, and many a times I've sort of bumped on the walls, passages and that. And those were the things that you fear, because you don't know what's around the corner. But you put that aside and just keep going, and every step you take, I concentrate even now as I walk to put that foot down properly, lift it up properly, stop it from sliding. I'm still doing that even after 4 years, so it's just perseverance. My expectations of what I had prior to stroke and now has changed, in the respect that I've learned to accept there are limits to what I can do. Don't know. I guess just live one day at a time. Many a times I've had to say, just let this minute go and wait till the next minute, next hour, next day. Sometimes you just have to let go and keep your hopes up. I think my first year was worse, because they say quite a few, the percentage of people dying from after first stroke is not good. So that worried me until that year had passed, and then I sort of thought, oh well, that's it, the year's gone, so I should be all right. So I think you got to have a good attitude, healthy attitude, to survive a stroke. Heart attack, people can have it, they're fixed up, they're away again after a year. Stroke seems to be a lifetime thing. If you don't work at it, if you, as they say, if you use it or lose it, and I always keep that motto. Try using everything you can, even sticks and rocks or whatever you can lift up. Practice lifting, throwing, whatever. Just keep at it.
Well, the experiences I'm coming home from the hospital is a big change for me, because I've been living in hospital for 3 months, and also there are helpers there, and the people, and they are taking care of me, the meals, and laying the bed for me and looking after me all the time if I have any need and requirements. But after coming back home, I have to live with my wife, and at first, and I did not sleep. I slept in another bedroom, because then I felt that I was very poor in my movement. So I have to sleep by myself instead of living with my wife. And also, the habits that I had before my stroke, they all changed. Now, and my wife did all the cookings, and she did all the washing, the dishwashings, and I could not help her at all. And so I found that I was quite passive, and everything that I have to listen to my wife instead of I do as what I like before.
Only when I first came out of hospital, that was the time of depression, because it was just, I just had a stroke. I was on all this medication. What I didn't know was what to do and how, and how far can I go, and like going for a walk. Is that a good thing to do? So it was very stressing, especially when you know that you can't speak, you can't use your right arm, so it's gonna be distressing. It really was, and it was for me. And like I said, if anything, we had to work through it ourselves, and and just really say to each other, well, this is what we'll do to get by, eh? So that's what we had to do. Instead of going for goals, I just took day by day by day by day, and every day it just went smoothly. Every day was just a good day. It was like, yeah, okay, that's good. We'll do this the next day. Like saying to my daughter, can you come and help me to do the washing? And then she'll go, no, come on, you can do it, Mum. And then, hey, for me it was like, yeah, I can do it, or I can do it. So it was just it was like back to basics, for me, it really was. So, and that was hard for me, because I'd already learned the basics, and having to give birth to all my children. But I had to go back to basics again, knowing how to do the washing again, knowing how to say my name, my phone number. So it was all back to basic.
When I came out of hospital, I was frightened, actually, because I knew I was coming back home, and we had a big home. We had a very big home, and there was only my husband and I. And I was thinking, how am I going to look after this house? What am I going to do? My husband's working hard. My goodness. No, I can't look after him properly, or I'm not going to be able to at this stage. But anyway, we had to make an adjustment where we moved. We had to move house, and moving with other people that could help us and support us. We explained to them, what it was like for us or what it was like for me, and so that they were aware of how they could help. Because at times I found that, I'd need space, or I might be on my own, and I didn't want to think, she's being strange. So those sorts of things were important, because you needed to be on your own at times. You need just quiet time, quiet space.
When it was time for me to leave the hospital, I had this thought run through my mind whether I'm capable to be out there. It was like going to no man's land, you're so used to being in the hospital and under care and assistance and all that you're going to walk on thin ice out there. Anytime you're going to fall over, So, and my son said to me, don't worry, Dad. It's just that, and that, I mean, you got to face it. You can't stay in hospital. People should be glad they're getting out. They're recovering, but me, I sort of felt without their assistance, because I always had a nurse there or someone there in case I fought. And I was going to go out into a world, cars going this way and that way, and people walking here and there and all that. And they're not going to bother about someone that can't walk. They're just going to push you over and go right past. But now, when my son said, no, come on, look positive, come on, and that sort of, why not? And then I just went out and came home, And they all knew what to do because they came to the hospital. They saw me getting assisted here and there. But I said, no, we'll see how I go, you know. But I couldn't cope, so without them, I was going to try and be clever and do things on my own, but no. And so my daughter or my son, whoever was around, would assist me in a lot of things, you know. And as time went on, I sort of, you know, got the confidence, and then, you know, you just got to put everything aside and focus on what your goal is trying to get on your own, and, you know, you're not unassisted, you know. And so far it's working.
Well, the coming home, I was looking forward to it. Wondered how I was going to manage, but I was determined to do it on my own, the best I could. So I left the hospital, got into the car, walked to the car and got into the car all right, and thought this was good. I'm going home. I was angry too that it had happened to me, but I knew I couldn't. It had happened. I couldn't do anything more about it. Once home, I was settled for quite a while. Then it was time to go out, meet people. That was very hard. I didn't want pity.
I wasn't worried about coming home. I was worried about putting pressure on my family. And that's why I was worried about. I did all my life. I was independent, and to get that, for them to worry about me, well, it was a no to me. But I managed so far, so long now, to be independent, or try to be independent, and that helps the pressure of my family not to worry about, not to fuss around with me so much.